is Sotero. Oh my God. Okay, nakakaloka. Wait ha, itago jud ko in fairness. Layo ra, in fairness, so here is the problem to be solved forward. Okay, ganon. So, we have now, nakakaloka. Diba? Simultaneous live swimmings. O, nakakaloka. Happy birthday, Zeka Gray Di Gracia. Okay, happy birthday, Kalimutai. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, Zaika. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Zaika. Happy birthday, Zaika. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Zaika. Happy birthday, Zaika. Happy birthday, Zaika. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Ganon. Di pa bibilit pa din. Halo ka. Okay. So here it is. Welcome back to my YT channel. This is our topic for today. Actually, topics, right? There are two topics. Molecular formula and empirical formula. Wow, diba? The very, very basic in general chemistry lecture. Oh my gosh. Okay? Magkakaluka. Oh my gosh. Wait for a while, mga kapatid. Okay. Where is my pen? Okay. The technique for this, guys, is, for example, molecular formula. So molecular formula, if we have, for example, only we have ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH, right? There are 2 atoms of carbon, 6 atoms of hydrogen, and 1 atom of oxygen. So this is the ethanol or the ethyl alcohol. Okay, like that. So it ends with OH, functional group in organic chemistry, right? So this whole thing is the chemical formula. Okay, chemical formula. Okay, and at the same time, it is also called molecular formula. Okay, like that. Get the point? But in most cases, for general naming, in the benefit of those who are not science, individuals, what I mean is not science professionals, okay, or the average populace meaning the population, okay, so they would understand this as a chemical formula only, but in chemistry that would be technically called as molecular formula, okay, like that. Though it has the same meaning, of course, but if we try to be more technical, so that's molecular formula, because an ethanol and ethyl alcohol are composed of molecules of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen bonded together, something like that, okay? But anyhow, it's still correct, chemical formula, but molecular formula is more technical or deep, okay? That's why it's not common. We will rather say this is a chemical formula or a chemical formula. Yes, okay? Because chemical name is ethanol and ethyl alcohol, right? And the general name is only alcohol, like that. Get the point? So, for example, so how can we say our empirical formula? So this is gonna be another thing, right? This is not familiar to all of us, okay? But it's familiar for chemistry students, okay, engineering students, science students, or BS Chem students, or base chemical engineering students, right? So empirical formula. So, for example, I have, okay, hindi na tayo lalayo. I have ethanol or ethyl alcohol. What is the empirical formula for this? So the first step is to group together the carbon, the hydrogen, oxygen. It's gonna be C2H6 and then O, like that, right? So it's gonna be like that. So you will take a look to the number of atoms. Okay, number of atoms, meaning we consider the number of moles and then the subscript as well. The subscript will become automatically the number of atoms if we don't have number of moles beside the element or beside the compound. You get the point? So this is very basic. For example, I have hydrogen gas, H2 diatomic molecule, okay? Or a pure substance or a pure gas, like that. So this subscript 2 multiplied by 1 is equals to 2, that is atoms, right? So if this is 2 on the other side, it will become 2 times 2, it will become 4 atoms, right? Then if you will not consider the subscript, that is only 2 moles. Because you will never multiply the subscript if you will speak technically number of moles. That is only 2 moles of hydrogen gas. But you will never say 4 atoms, or you will never say 2 atoms of hydrogen gas. So it's wrong chemistry grammar. You will say 2 moles of hydrogen gas and 4 atoms of hydrogen. Not also 4 atoms of hydrogen gas. Okay, 4 atoms of hydrogen, because you consider the 2 in multiplying that with the coefficient. 2 or the number of moles. Okay? So our empirical formula here, mga palangka, is very easy. The first step is to determine the lowest number of atom. For example, in here we have 2. So take a look. Ay my gosh, kapatid. So take a look. So carbon 2 atoms, hydrogen 6, right? So take the least common denominator divisible by all the numbers present in the compound. So it's gonna 2, smaller, yeah? So 2 divided by 2 for the atoms of carbon will become 1. Then 6 divided by 2 is equals to 3. So carry the 1 and 3 in your another formula, which is known as empirical formula. So C1H3O. So this is the empirical formula, and remove the 1 because in chemistry you don't have to put 1 in the subscript because it's understood to be 1. Just like here, it's 1 mole of ethanol, but you don't put 1 beside the ethanol. That's also understood to be 1. Okay? So it's gonna be CH3O only. Is the empirical formula of ethyl alcohol. Okay? At least if somebody will ask you, now give me the empirical formula of sodium chloride. You can answer already. So what is that? Actually, if there's no number of atoms involved, the chemical formula or the molecular formula is just the same with the empirical formula. Okay? And another also, if it cannot be divided to a certain numbers, already simplified too much. For example, if we have, this is true to most of the, what do you call this one? Molecular compound, not the ionic compound. Okay, meaning of molecular compound mostly in adding both gases or adding both non-metals. Okay? Non-metals. Oh, diba? So if you, for example, if I have nitrogen and phosphorus, so I have trinitrogen pentoxide. No, not pentoxide. What is phosphorus -1? pentoxide. Okay, sorry. Okay, pentoxide because like, for example, we have oxide, then ganon. Okay. For example, fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, astatide. Then if you take also phosphorus, it will become phosphide. Okay? The pentosphide. Yeah, pentophosphide, right? Okay, again. Nitrogen pentophosphide. Right? Uy, mga palangga. Phosphide is -3 ang valence. In charge, -3. That's why it will become 3 here beside the nitrogen. And nitrogen also can have 5 or 7. Then you take the smallest one, that is 5. So exchange the number of choices with N3P5. So trinitrogen pentophosphide. Wow! Kaloka? So, example for this, kami siya. Because there's a lot of odd number, it's very, very difficult to find the empirical formula. If you take 3, for example, so 3 divided by 3 is 1, and P divided by 5 divided by 3 is 5 over 3, right? So it will resort to point something. Okay? Or like that. And then, if you don't take the point something, it will become fraction, improper fraction, 5 over 3. Okay? So it's impossible. So meaning to say, the molecular formula and the empirical formula of trinitrogen pentaphosphide will just be the same. Okay, there's a lot of compounds like that because you cannot divide the least common number of atoms. It will yield point something, or it will not figure or not whole number, or it produces a fraction, and there's no fraction atom. Okay, in a chemical formula. Okay, that's only good if you can really divide, especially for the even numbers subscript. Okay, for example, I have even number. I'm taking to give an example. For example, I have citric acid. Are you familiar with citric acid? Citric acid is the natural acid found in citrus fruits. Okay, like an apple, orange, lemon, papaya, kiwi, and a lot of citrus fruits. Okay, so many, right? So even though you will not extract the juice in the laboratory to determine the composition or the analysis of that, you can have the acid even though you will peel the skin and extract the juice. So the citric acid will be there already automatically. You get the point? So that's natural juice or natural acid found from fruits is called citric acid. And there is also the combination of a little bit of malic acid. Okay, malic acid that will make the fruit taste sour. So that is the presence of malic acid. That's why most of the fruits are sour taste because of the malic acid. At the same time, citric acid and budding ascorbic acid will be there. Okay, that's for sure. Citric acid, malic acid, and ascorbic acid. And then, since not anybody are familiar with ascorbic acid, that is also vitamin C. Okay, like that. So, if we take the formula of, I'll just explain a little bit to connect with the topic. Okay. Citric acid. Okay. Ganon. Citric acid can be obtained by adding citrate polyatomic ion to the hydrogen ion positive during Arrhenius theory of chemical reaction, synthesis reaction, or combination reaction. Okay. This is coming from H positive or hydrogen positive 1 or proton 1 plus citrate. Citrate is a polyatomic anion with a negative charge. Okay, citrate. So the last 3 letters are A, T, E. If you will see A, T, and different names of compounds, automatically without question, those are salts. S-A-L-T-S. So salt siya kasagaran. Sulfates, phosphates, mangganon siya. Okay? So that's salt. Okay, citric, mo ni siya ang hitabo. So C6H5O7. O, ganon. Then, with the exponent, not really exponent, the valence charge. -3. Meaning to say, yun. Negatively charged ions. Okay? -3, plus. Ganun. So, if you add the H plus and the citrate with -3 charge, it will become HC6H5O7. Though I know already the exact chemical formula for this, but I have to show to you for the purpose of discussion. Okay, so HC6H5O7, then the -3 will be transposed, will be given to the H, and then the hydrogen will receive that in this subscript here. So, like that. Ganon. Right? So, H3. Ganon. So, H3C6H5O7 is the chemical formula of citric acid. And then the rule, you have to combine the same elements like that under atoms. It will become C6H8, 3 plus 5, and then O7. So the chemical formula or the molecular formula of citric acid found in fruits is 6 atoms of carbon, 8 atoms of hydrogen, and 7 atoms of oxygen. This is the chemical formula or the molecular formula. Now, find the empirical formula of citric acid. How can you do that? Okay, so again, get the smallest number of atoms from 6, 8, and 7, which is the smallest one? 6, right? Okay, so 6 divided by 6 equals to 1, so it will become C1. Okay, 8 divided by 6, so it's gonna be fraction, 8 divided by 6. Okay, oxygen, 7 divided by 6, so 7 divided by 6. So, as you can notice, there are fractions involved, improper fractions in math, because the numerator is higher than the denominator. Okay? So, it's gonna be C1, H8 over 6 and 7. If you try to divide that, we obtain a point something, right, in a calculator. Okay? Point something, chuba, chub. Okay? So, it's gonna be like 8 divided by 6 is equals to, you have 1.33. Okay, 1.33 in hydrogen. And in oxygen, 7 divided by 6. Okay, 7 divided by 6. It is 1.16. So take note, this is point something, this is also fraction, so it's not possible. So, the chemical formula or the molecular formula of citric acid will be just equal to the empirical formula. Okay, no need to compute. Okay, that's the reason behind. Because it's already in the simplest form and cannot be divided by the most common number of atoms, not divisible. Now, there's also another exemption for this. Okay, if you obtain a fraction, okay, that is not divisible by every number, then if the answer also will yield something like this, 1.999, okay, and then we have also 2.999, even though that is a fraction, okay, an odd number, you can round off that to 2 and 3, so it's okay. That's only an exemption. After dividing the fraction, you obtain 1.999, 2.9999, 0.9999, and 0.999 will also be rounded off to 1. Okay? 2.999999 will always round off to 3. 3.999999, 4. 3.999999, and so on and so forth until infinity. Okay? You get the point? Oh, that's the exemption also. But if it is 1.8, never. Okay? If it is 1.9 something, okay, it will be rounded to off. to 2. Even though this is only 1.91. Okay, 2.91. As long as it will reach 2.9, we will run off that automatically to the next number, and it will become the empirical formula. Only 0.8 will never consider. You cannot run off that as 2. Okay? In the empirical formula topic. Because sometimes when you divide, you can also obtain 1.8999, 2.823, like that. The rule is only reaching 1.9 something, 2.9 something. Bahala na itong tumoy-tumoy. Dito, 1.9222, blah blah blah. As long as there's 0.9 something, round off that to the next number. Get the point? So that is the empirical formula. Okay? Like that. So this is our formula of citric acid, C6H8O7. And now what is the formula of Malic acid? So the malic acid is C4H6O5 that contributes the taste of the fruits into sour, S-O-U-R. Okay. And this is used for additive for beverage products, especially the juices. They will add this ingredient, malic acid, in their formulation. Okay, like that. And we have also ascorbic acid. This is vitamin C. Okay, but ascorbic acid is the acid found in the fruits, but normally it will be intensified more if it be taken to the body. It will be more ascorbic acid because it's a reaction when it reacts to water. For example, now I have my lemon water here that will be consumed. So I put water, right? So I put water, so it will become more, reacted with the water, and that's the time it will intensify going to our system, like that, okay? You get the point? So that it will also disperse, the malic acid, presence of the malic acid if you put water, okay? Like that. So it will now become ascorbic acid, or the juice we drink, right? You get the point? Ascorbic acid formula is, this is ascorbate. The polyatomic anion is ascorbate. Okay, ascorbate. Okay, like that. The ascorbate is C6-7O8. Ganon. Nakakuha mo sa point, ganon siya ang may tabloy, ganon na. Okay? Pangapalangga. Okay, so this is negative 1 siya. This is ascorbate, negative 1. Now, C6H7O8, negative 1, plus the hydrogen positive ion, or positive 1 charge, it will become C6H7O8. Now, it will have C6H8, ganun siya. Okay, and then it will become O7. Okay? Ganon. Ganon mga palangga. Okay? So that is C6H8O7 negative 1. Then it will become C6H8O7. Ang imong yung itiman guys, you have to memorize that it's closer to citric acid. Okay? So your formula will now become C6H8O7. Ganon. So 6 like that. So you will adjust. Ganun kasi ako guys, when I was in college, I'll memorize the polyatomic ions. And then when I combine that to another elements, I will memorize also the complete package of the compound like that. And then if I found something inconsistencies, I have to adjust my polyatomic ion like that. Just like this, I adjust. Okay, because I memorized already the complete package formula of ascorbic acid, which is C6H8O7. Since I know that there's a negative 1 charge of ascorbate, then I have to adjust also the C6H8O7. Things like that. Because your memory fails, because due to the years passed by. That is a normal process. When you are aging, you can forget the other theories through, our collagen drop, also our memory drops. The collagen protein, okay, something we cannot think properly now, and then it will be removed from our brain cells as the years goes by. something like that. So that's why I need to make into account the different techniques how to memorize, so that when the years passed by, I could still remember the clue, at least one or two like that. Okay, like this, things like this. So I already memorized this when I was in high school. Okay, even though I did not take yet the organic chemistry, I am very, very, kakaloka. Okay. Okay. I will be studying advanced. Like that. Okay, because it means to study advanced if your course is engineering and related to sciences. There's a lot of memorization for the theories, principles, and concepts plus the math. Okay, mathematics. Okay, then if you will start very late, so the chance is only few acquired knowledge and stock knowledge will be related to your brain cells. So it's better to start, for me, in elementary. Okay? Me, I started high school only. So it's very good to start elementary. You read a lot of science books and mathematics books. Even your teacher did not discuss to you like that. Okay? So that's advanced. Okay? So that you will be always in the, top 10 of the honor ranking in your school. And then when you reach college, you'll become always in the dean's list, in the top 10 of your particular course taken. Especially if you are a scholar, then you have to maintain good academic grades. Ganon. Okay? Okay. That's very clear. Okay. So go back na. Magsugod na ta. But before that, I have to exit for a while and then come back later before proceeding to the proper discussion of the particular topic, empirical formula and molecular formula. See you later. Bye bye, God bless everybody.